Yo, 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 what's up? Another episode of Nothing Nice. We in the building. I got my brothers with me today. Of course, we got Mook in the building.
You, you,
What's up,
you.
bro?
What's good? What's good?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And then we got my man's coming here, my 3-point shooter, my slasher, Mr. Splashtown, Texas. I got my boy SirPat. What's good, boy?
And chilling, man. What's the word, fellas?
Man, I
I
just hope
can't
you're ready
call
for
it.
this smoke. Hope you're ready for this smoke. I'm serving nothing but hot takes.
Okay, bet.
Okay. Love the energy. Let's hop right into it then. We're going to go ahead and start with Dallas, man. So, when I sent y'all this topic, I was watching the Lakers hoop and I was watching Kyrie get hurt. And prayers for Kyrie. Hopefully, that's a quick healing process for him. His body comes back 100%. He's good. Man, I mean, getting past that crazy trade that didn't make sense, where can Dallas go from here?
Nico Harris
Pat,
getting
you
fired.
started.
I'm
That's
about to
all.
say the same thing, Mook. Nico gotta go, man. Oh man. As a crazy conundrum, you get an injured player, then it just kind of berittles the whole team. I think low-key, blow it up. Just go ahead and blow it up. Go ahead and blow it up, rebuild.
Ooh, okay. So you say blow it up. You mean like Kyrie comes back, go ahead and trade him. AD, go ahead and
Mm-hmm.
trade him. Let's not even try to see what we could get in maybe a year. And see if we could
Yes.
get KD to come over. Just go ahead and call it a wash and send him out.
Yes, because it's gonna be hard to bring a star there, man. Because the history of those players now. They've been injured for a significant amount of time in their career. I just think with the contract that Kyrie has, the money that he was about to make, they're probably going to dwindle it down because that's why they let Luka go because of the money. So I would
Right.
say let him go find a home where he can really, contend. Let AD go find a home he can contend and still be that caliber of a player, of a big man somewhere and be serviceable still. And then just build within. Man, go ahead, go for the Cooper Flag sweepstakes if you can, or get Ace Bailey or somebody. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And go from there, man. Just rebuild, man. I wouldn't even take that risk going into the new season and depending on Jaden Hardy and those guys to kind of
Right.
bring me to at least playoff contention by the time Kyrie comes back and AD comes back healthy.
Facts. And just to be fair to that point, this draft that we're about to go into is probably like the most talented draft that we had in a minute when it comes
Mm-hmm.
to the potential coming through 1 through about 15. All of them can hoop and be a difference maker. Mook, what you
Facts.
thinking, bro?
Man, usually I would agree with Sir Cat on this, man, but I gotta disagree. You cannot, by any stretch of the imagination, blow this up. For one, they just increased ticket sales for next year.
They did.
So,
They did.
so
They
in
did.
order to do that, unless it's self sabotage. You got to bring both of those stars back. What I don't do this year, I don't bring Anthony Davis back. I said go ahead and sit in your street clothes for the rest of the year and come back next year when Kyrie Irving is back. They do that right there. You might as well go ahead and sit Clay too, because I can forget that he even on the court sometimes. So he's not
Facts.
existing. So man, right now, man, if I'm saying I'm just like Nico Harris, somebody got to take the blame for this. I mean, they ain't gonna give it to J Kidd. They ain't gonna give it to the owner because she ain't gonna fire herself. So Nico Collins, that
Right.
leaves you the odd man out. Somebody gotta feel this pain, man. You
I mean,
especially with Luca coming back, and now they the number one defensive team in the league since the trade. Come on, man.
Hey.
And
no,
then you got
okay,
Anthony
so
Davis. They can't even stay healthy.
I mean, I feel you. I feel you. I mean, both of you guys make super valid points off of that. Uh, I think I would probably Mook. Yours is interesting because, but my only setback with that is the fact that I know that it's the ACL is going to take about 8 months for it to heal, and then it's going to keep bothering you. So we wouldn't even really know next year how Kyrie really is. So
Man,
that's that.
medical's
And then
different.
with AD is Anthony Davis.
Yeah.
So just being like, hey, sit this year out because you gonna hoop next year, that's not guaranteed. Like
Yeah.
we've seen this man jump and sprain his ankle in the air.
Hey,
Like
you know,
I've never seen anybody else ever do that. I didn't know that was even a thing.
he'll sit out over a toenail, man. He break a toenail, he'll sit out again. You don't know.
Yeah,
You
Facts.
never know.
yeah. He was getting his hair touched up, and
But
it went left. Something
but if
happened.
Nico Collins, if he's gonna keep his job, I'm doing everything in the front office because before soon his cargo, he's gonna come outside. His cargo be flipped over. I'm worried about this
No,
man's
facts,
safety.
facts.
They already
Man,
look,
those
look,
fans
look,
hurt.
look.
Oh,
They already got the disappointment of the Cowboys every single year. They can't take no more disappointment in Dallas. They
no,
can't take no more.
facts.
No more
Man,
disappointment.
okay. So
And
so
the
I'm
Eagles just
so I
won the
think I'm
Super
gonna.
Bowl now. The Eagles just won the Super Bowl.
That's
Pay
facts,
attention. This is very key to this, man. This city cannot take no more. They this close.
bro. But no, but I'm gonna rock with SirPat on this one. I think you could go ahead and blow this up because this is a good draft. Try to get in that Cooper Flag sweepstakes. See how many first round picks you could get for AD, because we've seen like a team like Houston. Houston's been able to rebuild off of trading their big name to where they're set up for a future.
Mhm.
OKC, they set themselves up for the future by trading. Well, their guys left, but they're able to do like swap trades and get extra picks. Like certain teams, these young teams that we're seeing flourishing now, hooping, like they're able to do it through the draft.
Yeah,
That's really the thing now.
yeah.
No
You know,
facts.
teams like to take the easy way out and hit up a superstar and be like, "Hey, can you pull up and hoop?" But we seeing guys do it through the draft more than anything right now. So
But
I think
JB,
I'll lean towards that.
but JB, I'm just gonna tell you right now. You and
Yeah.
Sir Pat are thinking like Nico Harris, and y'all would
Oh
all
man,
be
he
fired.
wildin'.
Cause
Wildin'.
y'all go put y'all faith in somebody that's unproven. When you got two proven guys, I mean, I understand the injury in the ACL, but we know
Uh,
what Kyrie Irving looked like in the NBA. We know what Anthony Davis when he's healthy and he's in his right
uh,
position at power forward, what he looks like and how much attention that you got to pay attention to him on the defensive end of the basketball court, and he's really good. So you banking on Cooper Flag that's non-proven, like, come on, man, like we can't be banking on unproven entities. Not
check.
especially when you trying to raise the ticket prices. Come on, man. Like,
See,
All right. Now
go
check me out.
ahead,
Check,
Pat.
check
Go
me out,
ahead.
Mook. So look, so I feel what you're saying, but look at it like this. This situation could be like the Sixers situation. How this year played out for the Sixers. They get the Paul George, Embiid just came off of MVP, and what happened? Got beriddled. They got hurt bad. That's Maxi's team over there. That's Maxi balling all. I turn around right now. The game on. They got whooped. But that's Maxi, all Maxi, and you lose money. So I'm like, be smart about it. You know their history. They're older guys. I don't want to bank on that. Why not bank on the future? That's what the NBA is all about. The young future. I can bank on like knowing I'm gonna have somebody healthy for a little while and kind of build off of what he can be. Of course, I don't know what Cooper Flag is gonna be yet, but what he can be or what we can build him into, and then give him some pieces down the line. I will go that route because at the end of the day, let those guys go somewhere else and be that, not be a headache. I hate to say that, be um that service for somebody else because it ain't gonna service Dallas and they can't win nothing with two injured guys that are past 30. You know what I'm saying?
And then just to piggyback on that, all that you would be doing is setting up AD and Kyrie to get hurt again because they're gonna have all the pressure and the minutes on them to try to make something happen. You keep bringing up these ticket sales, man. Listen, those guys coming back and getting hurt is not gonna make the ticket sales go up or down. If
For
they
free
so
reset
tickets.
the price is just reset. That's Dallas's fault for trading Luca. They didn't think that
Facts.
through. So
so what
you
y'all
got to
so
start
what
thinking
y'all
about the
saying?
future. When you invest
Right.
for the future. You don't
Mm-hmm.
invest for like this. Like we already had this. Let's see this because we've
Right.
seen AD as the number one guy. We've seen
Mm.
Kyrie as the number one guy.
Mm-hmm.
Both of those times they were cool, but they didn't win.
So by y'all Mitchell, Nico Collins was loose ends, basically. He was set up
No,
to
no,
be
he was wild.
fired.
He was wilding. He was wilding. He was
Because
wilding for sure.
if I'm Nico Collins, I'm fighting that to the death with me. Because if this team don't at least make the play in, all
Oh
hell
no,
gonna
heck
break
no.
loose in Dallas.
Oh no,
Nico
Spurs gonna go
Collins
back to
is
the
gonna
play
have to
in.
move to a different country and see that hasn't heard of basketball, and he's gonna be like, "Hey, let me run your stuff,"
No, bad.
The worst thing
because
that
he
can
traded an
happen,
international superstar for peanuts.
right?
Mm.
The worst thing that can happen in this situation is Luka gonna win the championship. If
Yeah.
Luka wins the championship, and he all of a sudden becomes the best shape of his life
Man,
the next 2 3 years,
injury
it's,
to insult. God dang.
it's bad because you got somebody that okay, even though he's not healthy, you go trade him for somebody that's at least Luka is on the court. Every year Luka have gotten better and they progressed
Mm-hmm.
farther and farther in the playoffs. You got
No
somebody
facts.
that you don't even know. Every time he falls on the floor, you like, oh, you take a deep breath. Like
Thoughts and prayers.
No.
that's, that's no way. That's no way. That's no way as a fan you want to live. Like especially if you making your on Anthony Davis. You scared if he scratch hard, he gonna get hurt. And no
No
disrespect to Anthony
facts.
Davis. I'm just speaking like I'm just going off what he's put on the paper. What he's put out there. So man, this guy is the most brittle guy that there was. I mean, it's bad, man. It's bad.
Nah,
I
he's
didn't
still.
Bruh,
like.
like
I'm not mad at that.
no, that's big facts. Like, but I mean, Nico, and I'm still trying to make sense of this. Honestly, I think the only thing is the conspiracy that people have that they trying to move that team to Vegas is the only thing that makes sense because that's the only thing that makes sense about these ticket prices too. You said we're gonna
True.
trade Luca because we're not gonna try to pay him all this money. However, let's raise the price of the tickets. They're trying to sabotage the city of Dallas' squad so they
I
can
was
be
just
like
gonna say.
they don't even pay for the tickets anymore.
No
Let's move
You
him.
facts.
said
I know a
That's
city
the
that can pay
only thing.
for it. Shoot.
you said it's
That's what that
self
is.
sabotage.
Yeah,
That,
that's
that,
like the business concept of all of that doesn't even make sense.
no
So,
fact. After that trade, yeah, that's kind of crazy. So that makes a lot. That's a good. I mean, that's a good conspiracy to kind of hit on right there because that makes a lot of sense. I've been hearing that in the last couple of days on sports radio. So I wouldn't be surprised. But I mean, you should have kept
bruh,
Luka if you're gonna make that track, make that expansion. Because why not?
bruh,
That would
facts.
have made
But like
sense.
setting your house on fire and then being like, I want top dollar, and then add 50,000 to that. It's
No
crazy.
facts. Nutty
That's
Watch
work.
out.
crazy. Nah, you trying to get the insurance policy so you can move somewhere else.
Hey,
Facts.
watch out for arson.
Facts.
Niggas ain't
Facts,
no
facts.
stadium gonna catch
Okay.
your fire.
All right, so Mook, you kind of touched on it. The Lakers with Luca and Bron. I feel like this has set a new life into Bron. With the Lakers on the rise right now, they're number 2 in the West, and they are
hmm
cooking. Defense is up. Yo, Pat, talk to me, man. What you seeing for the Lakers?
Man, pace, man. They're playing with the pace that LeBron likes, but also Luca likes, man. And them controlling it, hey, that's all they needed. They needed somebody that can control the pace of the game and make the tempo and pass on top of that. All they needed was a passer and needed the
Yep.
pace. They got shooters now because got Connect out there shooting. Rui's playing
Right.
better.
Absolutely.
AR-15, come on, doing his thing now. He's playing at a high caliber level that people ain't talking about too much.
19 a game.
Yeah, so I think they got what they need. I mean, the big man situation is still a big man situation. I mean, Jackson Hayes is filling in very well, and they have some couple role guys coming in. But I think that they're playing with the pace that they needed to see this season. And what may happen now is they can push to contend now. They got what it takes to contend. All they need is like maybe one more big man in a 10-day contract. But other than that, they can make some noise in the playoffs, man.
So you said Dwight Howard stay by the phone.
Oh, he ain't going out there, but they need somebody though. They need somebody.
Mook, what's up, bro? What you seeing from the Lakers?
Man, you kind of shot with what I was saying down. I like Jackson Hayes, but I think you need to call Dwight Howard. I just keep him out the locker room during shower time. You know, everything else is gravy. You know what I'm saying? I think he'll be a great addition. All jokes aside, I think he'll be
No,
a
no,
great
for sure.
addition. This team is already, man, like they already outperformed my expectations. Because when it first happened,
Bruh.
I was like Dallas won the trade, just being transparent. Just being transparent, I mean, because I think Anthony Davis moved to a natural position. Kyrie was playing some of the best ball he's played since Cleveland. He was showing a lot of great leadership. And then you had Clay, who was an assassin out there, and he's not afraid of the big time moment and the big time shot. He's a 4-time champion for a reason. So at first looking at it, I was like, well, LeBron just historically ain't been great off the ball, and and Luka demands the ball. So with the transition that LeBron has made, you know, finally moving into the, you know, the 2 or 3 position where he's not carrying the ball, he's been improving that 3-point shot for the last 3 or so years. So this might give LeBron like another 2 or 3 years, you know, to play at this pace. Because sometimes I be like, you'll forget that LeBron even on the sideline sometimes because he'll go out and he actually can take a break and a breather, and Luca can run the show. So most of the time he would go to the bench and he'll come back to a deposition. I mean to a, you know, they'll be down. Now he's coming in. He'll leave out. They up 2 or they down 2. He'll come back in. They up 12 or 15. Because Luka's dominating, and AR-15 is deadly out there too as well. And Jackson Hayes, you really can't commit because Jackson Hayes got those young legs. So every time Luka break down the defense and you commit to Luka, that's a lob straight up to Jackson Hayes. Jackson Hayes had
Yes, sir.
19 points in the first half last game. He's
Yes,
gonna
sir.
eat regardless. That reminds me of Eric
Yeah.
Gordon with the Denver Nuggets. That's why they was unstoppable because you had Eric Gordon in that dunker position, which the same position that Jackson Hayes is playing. So every time you commit to those guys and they break them down, either LeBron or Luka, you got Jackson Hayes the beneficiary, and it's yet to be stopped.
Yeah, so D Wade, Kyrie, AD, Bron trusts Luca more than all of them. And it shows.
Mm,
Maybe not as far as
Ooh.
being a leader, like leading the defense, how D Wade was, but just the fact of I could give you the ball, like you said, I could leave the game, and I trust that the lead's gonna either be the same or bigger when I get back. I could stand over here in the corner, which he's only really been able to do that a couple times in his career, and he can stand in the corner and just watch and be like, "Man, this dude looks like a slower version of me."
but,
like, like
he ain't.
Luca's literally the unathletic version of Bron with a better jumper earlier in his career. So to be able to do that and just control the game, which Luca has always been able to do since day one into the league, man, the Lakers, they're definitely scary. Now I think the Lakers is going to be completely about matchups. I still feel if they run into Denver, I don't think they could beat Denver 4 times. I think they'll
Right.
push them to,
Mm.
6, but I think eventually Jokic would just be too much because not having a 5 against Jokic, even if you have athletic guys to try to put on him, that's going to end up being a tough task, especially because they can't go back at Jokic on the offensive end. That's what
Well,
Cat was able to do last year to kind of mess that up. Cat was able to go at Jokic to at least get him in some foul trouble and kind of throw the
yeah.
game off, make it ugly. And then they were able to put a little Nas read on him and switch up like that on defense.
JB,
But
think
here's the
about it,
thing.
bro.
Go ahead, Bobby.
Go ahead, Mook. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying, I think they're going to be able to avoid Denver this time, at least to the Western Conference Final. What people missing out is the Lakers is the number 2 seed. I don't really think they're going to match up. I think they can dodge. I think they can dodge Denver this time. I mean, last time it wasn't really in their control because they was in the play-in position. Now they really control their own destiny. So one thing about being in that 2 seed is really not a big gap from the 2 to 3 and the 4 seed. They can kind of control what position they going in. They in a really a good spot. If I'm the Lakers, I'm taking no chances. I'm avoiding Denver at all costs.
Facts.
So
Facts.
and I think like Minnesota match up real well with them. For some reason, Minnesota is Denver nightmare. So and OKC, man, those guys are ruthless, man. I mean, you gotta be careful not to get blew out every game against those guys. So and I think they're still a little young. So if I'm LeBron, I would want to get them early, but they the 1 seed, so that's another thing. You got to kind of hope OKC run into Denver before the Lakers run into them, and that's the only real chance I got because I don't see them beating Denver and beating OKC if they got to go through those 2 teams.
Facts. Facts. I was gonna touch on last year in the playoffs. The Lakers had to play Denver. I mean, they lost all those games in the last 2 minutes of each game, and that wasn't even a Jokic thing. That was Jamal Murray. That was all Jamal Murray doing, getting them last second shots off. So I feel like now that you have that true playmaker and you're not dependent on Braun or AD to be your playmaker guys, I feel like you can still do something. But I mean, you got to think Russell Westbrook on that bench too. You know what I'm saying? So they
Right.
still got a playmaker that can get a triple double on that side. So it's like you got to be careful because that bench play with the Denver Nuggets plays a big factor this year more than it did last year. However,
Right.
again, like I said, with Timberwolves being that matchup nightmare, I had called it before. I said you take Gobert out and let Cat get on Jokic, stretch the floor out for a little bit, then bring that extra body in the second half or the second flow rotation to start putting up defense on
Right.
Jokic. You got that, but Lakers don't have that right now. But they still got a young Jackson Hayes, so he can put the
Right.
defensive end on them. But offensively, like you said, Mook, it's like they don't have
Yeah.
that guy that can put that work on there. He can get points still, but they don't have him yet.
Even
But I think Luka can break him
with
down.
Anthony Davis. Even with Anthony Davis.
Oh yeah, he was
They,
cooking on him. Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, I think the person that did the best job for the Lakers was Rui.
True. That is true.
So I think they're gonna if they end up playing him, they're gonna start with Rui on him. Jackson Hayes does provide more of a where you gotta kind of chase him around. I don't think the way to attack Jokic is the attack on the defense. I think you attack him, you make him work on defense because you know he's gonna get this offense. But if you make him work
Mm-hmm.
on defense, uh, you probably can tire him out that way. I mean, you just can't look at his body because he's clearly in great shape, man. Because
No
the
facts,
guy,
facts. He'll have
he
you
just
fooled
got
too.
he just got the worst body type. But man, the guys, man, play like 40 something minutes in the playoffs, man, and he only gets better as the time goes on, man. Once that he start putting all that 200 and whatever he weigh on you in the playoffs, man, it's rough. It's rough. So
No
man,
facts.
I wouldn't be mad at Denver, man, because Russ one of my favorite players in the NBA. So I want to see him get one. So
I respect it. I respect
I
it.
wouldn't
He
be mad
deserved
about
one. He deserved one. That'll be his revenge game. He get on the Lakers. So get against the Lakers.
it.
That'll be his revenge game.
For sure, for sure. But yeah, it's gonna be good, man. In Cleveland, I hate to say anything about Cleveland around JB, man, because that dude right there, man, he's unbearable when it comes to that Ohio, man.
Cleveland
I
are
got
perfect in his eyes, man.
I'm almost said why he stepped away, but he wouldn't hear me say it. I think Cleveland is legit, man. I don't even think they really put it together yet, because you got so many games where you'll see Garland coming in, and then when Garland in, Donovan is out, and they
Uh huh.
still blowing teams out. Defensively, man, they rebound. Man, I don't really see no weakness. And then when they got Hunter, that really made them go
Yeah.
to the next level because Levert was very Latrell Sprewell ish, very streaky, man.
That's a good comparison. Hell
Yeah,
yeah,
man.
that's a good
You know,
comparison.
like when he's on, he's really top notch. But then some games you'd be like, man, where did he go? So you know,
Facts.
one thing about Hunter, he's consistent. He's gonna give you that 12 to 18 points consistently. He's going to
Mm-hmm.
defend. So, man, I think Cleveland, man, they can make it out the West. Of course, they got to deal with Boston.
Uh-huh.
But you know, that's enough about that team.
And
Somebody
I'm
gonna come.
while JB stepped back in, I will have to admit that Cleveland do have a legit squad. Cleveland reminds me of what the Timberwolves were last year. Like, I'm not
Right,
gonna lie. No, look. They got two tall big men that are
right,
stars. Then you
okay,
got D Hunt. He's like your Jay McDaniels, stretches
Okay.
the
okay,
floor, plays defense.
Right.
Then D Mitch is gonna be your ant. And I mean, I'm
Right.
not gonna say DG is Mike Conley because he's of course he's skilled a little bit faster
yeah,
now, but he is the Mike Conley in certain situations where he plays a good role. He gets you nice 15 or 20 depending on who they playing against. But D Mitch
Okay.
is that guy, and I think having those assets and how those guys playing how they playing, they good, man. And I think they're gonna
Okay.
make a
Okay.
lot of
I'm not mad
noise.
at that. I'm not mad at that.
Okay, I got one question.
Yeah, holla at me.
Which one of those guys is Rudy Gobert?
Woo,
Which one of them is
woo,
Rudy? I want to know.
None of them.
woo. No,
None of them. They'll be traded
sheesh,
already.
Guys,
Jesus. I say
which one, JB?
No. None of them are Rudy. If any of them were Rudy, they'll be traded. We don't do that soft stuff on our squad.
That man did not like
Nah.
Rudy, man.
Man.
Stop Rudy. 2025. I'm against him. I don't like him. I don't like the movie Rudy. None of that.
Oh man, Rudy Huxtable.
Man, that dude,
Stop
man.
Rudy 2025. Bro.
They
Okay,
got
so
all
all right, so for the East, we all rocking with Cleveland. That's what I'm getting from this, right?
I mean,
Cleveland,
they're
Cleveland,
good. I still got Boston though.
Cleveland and Boston. Drew Holiday
Oh, you see what
still.
Boston
Okay,
did
Drew
so
last
Holiday.
night?
so here's what I'll say. Here's what I'll say. I think Cleveland could do everything to win. I feel like they have the talent, they have the bench, they have the players to
Mm-hmm.
win, and we're gonna have home court because we already locked up our playoff spot with
Yeah, y'all did. Respect.
all that stuff. So we gonna have home court. Uh, Boston, I think Boston's a great team. Like there's no give with them. You got to just be willing to have a knockout, drag out fight type
Yeah.
situation with them. I think
Right.
that us playing them, we played them pretty well last year, but another year of growth and maturity from the squad and
Mm-hmm.
picking up Hunter, I feel like that's going. I feel like that's going to end up being able to push us over the top because I feel like between Cleveland and Boston, our first couple games, we're going to end up splitting those. We'll win one on the road, one home, both ways, and
Mm-hmm.
then we'll have Game 7 at home where we can close it out. And I think that'll make the difference.
Right. So I got just maybe one question. So
All right.
Yeah.
do you think that Garland gonna be able to step up with Drew Holiday playing that suffocating defense? Because Drew Holiday gonna take somebody out the game plan. That's
Mm-hmm.
one thing we know. Drew Holiday is still that guy. So what?
Right.
So who you think they're gonna put Drew Holiday on? Think they're gonna put him on Donovan?
So
Or think they
here's the thing. Here's the thing. And before Donovan Mitchell came to Cleveland, Cleveland did Cleveland made the playoffs. We made the playing game the year before Donovan Mitchell came there or whatever.
correct?
And Darius Garland was the guy. So
Mm-hmm.
Darius Garland isn't afraid of Drew Holiday because he's always had Darius Garland's been the best player pretty much since he was a kid. He was the best player. So
Right.
when you're the best player, you're used to the best player on the best defender having to guard you. That's nothing new. So if he's on him, that just frees up Mitchell because Mitchell, like you see, whoever they throw at him, he's gonna go by you, get a jumper, whatever. And then our bigs, they're not getting punked. Our bigs are not gonna get punked by them. And Mobley is coming into his own every game.
But JB, this is what you missing. They're gonna put
What's up?
Drew Holiday on Garland, but then they're gonna send three guys at Donovan Mitchell. You gonna have to Brown gonna step in and guard him and beat him up. Then you got Tatum, and then you got Derek.
So if we got four people guarding two players, that means Mobley's going for 40. That's all I'm
So,
hearing.
I'm
Oh, I don't know
saying,
about
I'm,
that.
I'm saying he's not gonna be able to get comfortable. And look, we ain't even seen
Yeah.
for Porzingis really.
Yeah.
He's coming back.
He's been injured his whole career though.
But
And
we see
Porzingis was in one of the L's that they caught from us. Don't do that. Porzingis was a part of the L train.
I'm just telling you,
I'm
man.
dead.
I'm
All
just
right,
telling you.
everybody calm down.
Boston is
I'm,
one through
I'm
five.
with
They're the
Mook.
best defensive team in the league. Man. 1 through 5.
Yeah.
They like the
I agree with
best
Yeah.
that.
defensive team probably ever assembled.
Okay, calm
Yeah.
down. We're not gonna act like the
Let's
Detroit. We're not gonna act like the Detroit Pistons of what was that 04 that they weren't a
talk
team.
about it. Let's talk about it.
Move.
Ben Wallace is a better defender than Drew Holiday.
I'm talking about 1 through 5 as a collective.
I
Rip
said
Hamilton.
what I said.
Rip
Wallet.
Hamilton was
Hey,
Go.
okay, so tell me this. Ben Wallace was guarding Shaq one deep when Shaq was Shaq.
one person.
We're not talking about Miami Shaq. We're not talking about Phoenix Suns Shaq. We talk about Shaq 330 out there still making All-Stars and still giving you 28 a game. And Ben Wallace was like, I got this. Ben Wallace is like 6'6", maybe 6'7". With his hair, he's probably 6'9".
I'm dead.
And he was like, I'll guard Shaq.
They were scrappy though. That team was scrappy. Tayshaun Prince was a very, very key asset to that team. But
100%.
But I'm gonna go back to what Mook is saying. Like he's not lying. Like with 1 through 5, I ain't gonna lie. Boston has that defense on lock. And I think another thing, and I'm just putting this into factor. I'm not saying it's gonna be the the case because we got to wait till the playoffs happen. But
Right.
Right.
that team already been there, and before they got there and they played the Warriors and lost.
Right.
They built it back up, got there again, won last year. I still think that they still got that remnants of what they did last year, how to get there, get over that hump. They still got that to get over, and Cleveland don't have the experience just yet, but they do have the talent. And if it doesn't happen this year, if Cleveland stays alive again, the same team, I think Cleveland gets in next year for real. No debate on that because I
Yeah.
think they got a solid team and they got those big men, bro. That's the key thing of the NBA is they bring back the big man, tradition of the big man.
Right.
You need some big men and a real power forward to hold it down. And Evan Mobley stretching the floor and yet going to the basket frees up a lot of things. And then Porzingis being injury riddled at times too, that could play a key factor. That's my matchup that I want to see the most because
Right.
Holiday's proven he gonna lock DG up, and I'm not saying he's gonna lock him up and give him like 10 points, but DG's not gonna have the best series. Yeah, he's gonna make it hard as hell. And then I think Derek and JB getting put on Donovan. Donovan's gonna have a hard night too because I've seen Donovan get against them and have hard nights compared to other teams. So I think that's gonna be seven game series. Come on, you ain't gonna all of a sudden miraculously just change up on a game 7 and drop 40 like that. Like you gonna go through a fight. You gonna go through a fight, a dog fight. You gotta fight through it, but.
You know what?
But
And
my thing, I trust Donovan Mitchell though. And just going back to the bubble, we literally watched Donovan Mitchell with that trash, and this is where my disdain for Rudy Gobert actually started. Donovan Mitchell's out there fighting for his life, right? He's out there like Jokic comes down and scores. Donovan Mitchell matched the bucket. Murray comes down and scores. Donovan Mitchell matched the bucket. Mm-hmm. This man's 50, 52, 53, 54, like just going off. Rudy Gobert, 10 and 8. Bro, what is happening? So that's when I started hating Rudy. However, because Donovan specifically has been in moments like that, I'm gonna lean into that and be like, nah, the moment won't be too big. And he'll be able to be a leader and be like, guys, like this is where like any tiredness you have, just charge it to the game. We can rest tomorrow. But today we putting foot to.
And so what you saying that this the conclusion I come down to. To me, ultimately what it's gonna come down to, I think Gordon gonna get healed. I think Mitchell gonna get healed. I think Jaylen Brown gonna get healed, and I think Tatum gonna get healed. The key matchup is gonna come down to Perry and Derek White. And Derek White in big games show up. It was a lot of series where Derek White might have been the best or the second best player playing the way he was playing in the playoffs last year. Where I could have said, man, Derek White is more important than Tatum some of these games. Derek White was more important than Brown in some of those games. So Derek White, man, when it comes down to that X factor, man, he's the determining factor a lot of times. And he comes up big. Ever since he shaved his hair, he's been coming up big in the playoffs.
Boys go ball, start acting different. I mean, we have more basketball in front of us. It has yet to be seen. So in conclusion, y'all are haters, but it's all right. It's all right.
We gonna figure it out. We just be facts, bro. That's all it is. Just facts, bro.
So tell me this, because I think I missed when you guys were talking about the West. Did y'all have y'all picked OKC or who did y'all have coming out the West?
Ooh.
Who y'all leaning on right now?
It's cause and effects. It literally depends on matchup. I really can't say because I think certain teams match up well with other teams. I really can't call it in the West because, like I said, I can see the Lakers going if they avoid them. I can see Denver. Really depends on how they playing. I don't think Denver's scared of nobody. I think if they play their game, they can come out the West. OKC, I just got to see. I think it's a little bit more maturity need to come, but I can see them coming out the West too. But man, if you mess around, let LeBron get going in the playoffs, man, he'll single handedly pick you apart. I mean, him and Luka are probably the best IQ players in all the NBA. So,
okay, what you got, Pat?
I'm gonna go for balance this time around. I would love to see the Lakers make it just because, like you said earlier, add injury to insult, Luka get that ring off the trade. Right. I would love to see that, but I think Denver is the most balanced team, most experienced currently right now as a team together, cohesiveness. Um, you, how are you going to stop Jokic, man? And then how you going to stop Westbrook on top of it off the bench? It's just they got
Yeah.
movement. They got movement. I think Christian Braun's coming to himself.
Oh yeah.
Aaron Gordon's still Aaron Gordon. So it's like, and Jamal Murray's picking it up. I don't know if y'all been peeping, but he's been picking up the
Yeah,
numbers recently. So
Yeah.
he won't have
I was
that
worried
doozy like
about him
last
for a
year,
while.
hopefully. So I think that plays a factor. OKC's a good team, and I would love to see them make it, but I think they're still missing. They're missing something. Something's still missing over there. I can't quite put my finger on it just yet.
Murray is finally looking. He's finally looking like he's healthy and back in shape.
Exactly.
That's
Exactly.
that's what's happened. He's finally, you know how it take a little while once you have a major injury to trust that when you make those moves that everything gonna stand. He's finally trusting
Facts.
his body, and you
Yeah,
can tell he's getting back to the form that he
it and
was
it
when he won the championship.
yeah, it
Facts.
wasn't just that. Also, Murray, remember he played in the Olympics too, and he wasn't healthy playing in the Olympics, and it
Nah, he
showed.
was not
So
right.
so that hurt him as well. Um, man, I mean, of course, it always comes down to matchups. However, just if I had to go to Vegas and spend any like quality money, I'm rocking with y'all with Denver coming out, man. Because Jokic is Jokic. Like you said,
Right.
Russ coming off the bench and having that spark. And Russ and Jokic play great together. And
Yeah,
I
Man,
they
feel
do.
like that's not talked about enough about. They hoop together when they're on the court. It just works out for some reason.
if if we can
Um,
get Rush to just shoot 37%, I don't even need him to shoot 40. If he can just shoot 37%,
bro,
Oh,
if he
facts.
shot 37%,
if he can just
bro,
make three out
he
of
cooking.
10, if he can just make 3 out of 10 consistently, they'll win the championship, man.
No facts.
Man, and you know Russ is one of my favorite players, so I'm
Man, mine
definitely here for
too.
Russ getting it.
But his shot,
But
man,
but
is
Pat,
his
but
downfall.
but Pat, I want you, man. So like, so I'm thinking, okay, see, because they are hooping. They hooped last year. You know, they're a tough team. They're young, feisty. They can play defense. They can switch. SGA is probably the leader for MVP.
Oh yeah, for sure.
However, it's like, what are they missing to where we're not picking them? We're like, they have all of this, but they're missing something, and I don't know what this something is because they have a star and they have a team. Usually, that's enough to where you'll be like, they got it.
I think my biggest thing, and this sounds like it's like cliche media talk. They need a veteran. They need a real veteran. But SJ's a veteran. You know what I'm saying? We putting that out there. I just
But he's
think,
25.
yeah, but he's been in the league for quite a minute now. You know what I'm saying? So he's
Yeah,
been in there for a hot second now, and he's been to the playoffs, and he's had success. And I will say
correct.
that him being that factor, and then Jalen Williams picking his game up is another thing. Caruso has experience. Um,
Right.
I think you got what it takes to be the next step in the West to be that contender in that dynasty. But I feel like maybe the Chet Holmgren situation, I think, and Hartenstein is good, don't get me wrong, but I think
Correct.
another like four, like a solid veteran four to come in and have that experience can help them push over the top. It don't have to be like
Mm.
a superstar or anything. I'm not looking for a star. I'm just looking for a guy that
Yeah, I wouldn't
can
want
get
one on that
consistent
team.
minutes and can help that bench out in a flow and in the locker room. Because at the end of the day, they're still young. I've seen
Mhm.
Chet get bullied by real big men. You know what I'm saying? Chet can ball,
Right.
but I've seen him get bullied by real big men. And I
Yeah.
think that what you need is that extra oomph and somebody giving that extra push to get him get his weight up. And I think he'll be
You,
fine. But for the most part,
you just
I think they're a
answered
good
it.
team.
You just answered it. They need somebody that's nasty. They
Yeah.
OKC is 2015 Golden State Warriors. They need a Draymond Green.
Man, yeah.
They need a
Yes,
Draymond
yes.
Green. They need somebody that ain't gonna be scared to get in your face and mugging the game up. They need
Facts.
somebody.
My
They
mind,
need a bad guy, man. Like Charles Barkley will say, they
you're right.
need
You're right.
some
There it is. That's
Charles
the
Oakley
answer.
type.
My
They
mind
need that.
when Pat when you were talking, and then Mook when you were talking, that like really confirmed it. My mind went to the Detroit Pistons, the '04 squad that shocked everybody by beating the Lakers. Rasheed Wallace.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Rasheed Wallace will talk trash. He will smack you, and he's
yeah,
gonna hit a three and play tough. He
yeah.
wasn't the best player on that team, but we know he was a dog. And
He
he could
ain't
go
got
out
no
and handle his business. And he was more than willing to be the bad guy.
Facts.
Yeah.
So
I'm with that.
okay. No,
And
no,
it ain't
I
too
rock
many
with that.
nasty
So
guys out there. Like other than I think Draymond is kind of like the last of his kind. Everybody too nice. Everybody want to be friends.
I was just about to say, who could
Mm-hmm.
they
So,
get? Because everybody's kind of friendly. It's like Draymond. Then after Draymond, it would be like Isaiah Stewart
Stewart,
yeah,
yeah, I'm about to say him.
or Dylan Brooks. But when
yeah,
Dylan Brooks goes up against a real hooper, they're like, bro, come on,
man.
chill out.
Bro, it's crazy because they don't even need a star. They just need like a Kendrick Perkins or somebody. You know what I'm saying? Somebody that hook me, bro.
That's wild.
Like for real though, bro. They need somebody. They need a nasty guy. They need somebody that's like, oh man, you mess with SGA, I'm gonna slap you. You know what I'm
Fact.
saying?
Yeah,
They need
they need
somebody
the
like
Charles Oakley,
man, Draymond. Like I keep
somebody
saying
who's not afraid to
Draymond.
crash,
I keep
crash
talking about
out.
Draymond because he had that edge, man. You know, like he'll
Facts.
allow Steph to be Steph.
Yeah.
You
Right.
know, Steph ain't trying to be nothing else because Draymond Green is there to always have his back. You know, you ain't finna
Facts.
just do anything to Steph Curry. You know, as much as he shoot and run around, ain't nobody pushing him down into the crowd because they know Draymond. He'll take a tick. He'll get kicked out the game. You ain't gonna do that to Steph with Draymond.
Straight up.
You
Well, listen,
see,
Straight
Draymond
up.
said, I didn't expect to play all 48 anyway.
you literally seen Steph Curry. I'll go back to when they was fighting for the play-in last year, and Draymond got kicked out of the Orlando game. The man literally started shedding tears. That, that lets you
Yeah.
know, man, what Draymond brings to that team.
Facts.
So
Facts.
the closest thing I can think to it, man, I would say who is nasty, man.
Isaiah
I would
Stewart.
say they could use the White Howard. Cause the White Howard will throw that ball at you in a minute.
It is true too. He could fit
I
over there
agree.
as well. I'm not mad at that
I
one either.
agree. I'm not mad at it. I agree. I agree. I agree. Okay. Okay, that's solid. So I know I'm going Denver. Pat, you in Denver. Mook, you going Denver too? Just right now. Things could change, da da
I'm,
da. But right now
I'm
you
going
going Denver?
Lakers. I'm going Lakers if they can avoid them. But I'm going Denver in every other scenario.
All right.
So in conclusion, you going Denver. All right, bet. All
Yeah,
right, so okay, so tell me this right now. Who's your MVP of the league?
I'm
SGA.
going SGA.
SGA? Cool. Okay, I just want to make sure we're all on the same page with that.
You should have
All
got it
right, now
last.
now let's talk about something. I'll say it again, bro.
You should have got it last year. Honestly.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, facts. But okay, so let's go into something that I saw in the sports world. So Gilbert Arenas was saying basically the media and fans are too hard on Bron. They're saying that he's the face of the league, but people try to tear him down. Everybody tries to bring Jordan up uh, to where it seems like Bron's just like not gonna be ahead because people are kind of hating on him. So what's you all's take or what's you all's feeling on that? Like we can all agree Bron's great, but what's you all's takes? How do y'all feel about
Give me that $1 billion. I'll take it.
Facts. I'll take whatever comes at me at that
Hey,
point.
look,
Forget about it.
look. He got enough money, so he got enough money to disappear, so he don't even gotta hear it. Like, turn the TV
Hey,
off.
facts.
Like I'm like, it's my turn the TV off. Turn the TV off. Forget about it, man. You're a millionaire. Who cares? You sleeping in a
yeah.
you sleeping in a $100 million house. You got a pretty wife. Your kids in one kid in the NBA. Just because you said you want them in the NBA. Life is good. Get over it.
Facts.
Heavy is the crime.
I feel you. Hey, what you think, bro?
Shit, I'm not mad at what Mook said. Family is the crown. That's a good way to say it. I think we just live in a society where nobody's ever gonna be satisfied with what goes on. It's like we happy for the moment, but it's like, what have you done for me lately? You know what I'm saying? We get to that stage real fast, and so it's like, at the end of the day, LeBron's great. He deserves what he deserves, and I think we should appreciate it while he's here because when the
Yeah.
game stops, the game's gonna change. It's gonna look funny for a little bit, and we have nobody to lean on. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that Jordan era, and then even when Jordan was out in like '03, and then transitioned to LeBron coming in, '02, '03, and LeBron coming in, it was like, oh, we got a new blood Kobe's still there.
Trying to
Don't get me
figure it
wrong.
out.
Yeah, we got new blood, so it's like we don't know who our new blood talent is going to be. You know what I'm saying? We're trying to put it on AE, and AE don't want that. We can't put it on Ja. We can't put it on Zion. It's like, who do we put that on? And you know, all of our stars are older, man. You know, Giannis,
Right.
I think,
KD, Siri are older, man. So it's kind of hard to put it on them now.
but okay, so just to that point, I think it's hard to pick a new face of the league when the old guys are still hooping. And
That's
they're
true
not
too.
like
That's true too.
dwindling out hooping because they've had, a whole bunch of rest. Nutrition's different, training's different. They don't practice the same. So they did so much to conserve and preserve their bodies early in their career, building up to now, that these guys are still out here years 17, 18, hooping when it was unheard of back in like the 90s, where it's like, no, y'all riding the bus halfway across the country, you just pick something up
Facts.
to eat on the way, and then it's
Facts.
like, we'll figure this out. So it's like those things. So if you still have like Brian, who we've literally seen for 22 years, you have KD, who we've seen for 18 years, you have Steph, who we've seen for 16 years, they are still hooping at such a high level. It's
Right.
like, realistically, we're like, who's next? But also it's like, they're still here.
That's true.
The party is still here. They haven't left. They're not like the old uncles that you like, we waiting for them to leave so that way we can start put on the music that we really want to hear.
Right.
They out here turning up with us.
I
Facts.
think I
So
think we got the
it's
I
hard
think
to
we got
figure out
the
who's
answer.
next.
Hey, I think we got the answer of who's gonna be the face of the league when that trade went down
Who?
this year. It's
Luca?
Lu-
Oh,
Absolutely.
it's Luca.
I think so too.
I'm not mad at
It,
that. I'm not mad at that.
Luca gained it back when they made that trade. If he stays healthy, Luca is the face of the NBA. He's
I
got the
think
dance. He's arguing with the referees. He got everything you need. He got the facial expression. He got the step back game winning three. It's Luca. He's not stepping down. He's not dodging no smoke.
Oh,
The longest his English
and
gonna get
then
better. He's in
on
a
top of that,
Hollywood.
we have Lakers versus Boston again. Like,
Right.
we have that type of energy where we have LA versus Boston,
yeah,
which
star
is like
power.
the most history
Right.
rivalry in the NBA.
Yeah,
It's
Like,
Luca.
they
facts.
have the two highest by a lot. So
Right.
having that back is, yeah. I
Yeah.
think Luca is, and then I think at some point when Brown does leave and KD leaves and Steph leaves, it's gonna be Luca and Jason Tatum, and then it's basically the reverse of what it was in the '80s with Magic and Bird.
I was just about to
They
say
just switched colors.
that.
You got Luca, and then you got JJ Redick as his coach. It's a movie, man.
That's a move.
Facts.
All
Facts.
right.
And JJ Redick kind of gives Pat Riley vibes too,
Wow.
with the way that he acts and what he puts together. He definitely gets Pat Riley, and Pat Riley went to Kentucky. JJ Redick went to Duke, so it's like that whole thing. They were cool in the NBA, but they end up being like great coaches. The story is writing itself low key right now.
Yeah.
Look, think about it. Rob Pelinka came in there to. Rob Pelinka probably had the conversation with Luca when he got traded there. Yeah, I know you feel like we went behind your back. Yeah, contract wise, you lost 116 million, but outside of that, you just became a billionaire in the future. Because
Facts.
he's finna get endorsements. You finna start seeing commercials. His English is finna get better. He's in LA. This the most seen franchise. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? And a little bit of everybody's in LA. Like it ain't one
right.
culture. So when he got traded to the Lakers, if he stays healthy, because it could have been Zion. He can't stop. He can't put the plate down. It could have been John Morant. It could have been
Man,
John,
the New Orleans has amazing food.
but he want to be a gangster. SGA is Canadian. They don't want him to be. And then we just put
Yeah,
tariffs on.
Yeah. That ain't gonna work.
25%.
Look, he's not going to be the face of the NBA. It's Luca, man.
Yeah.
Luca.
Dang, yeah. No, you went through pretty much everybody. The only person who could shake that up would be Wemby, but I feel like he's gonna end up turning into into Tim Duncan. he'll
Yep.
follow that path.
And
So
Ant
it's
Man,
gonna
and Ant Man just too real.
Yeah, he's too real for the NBA.
yeah,
He's Durant.
he's for sure
He's
he
Durant.
gets his YN energy.
He's Durant. You know, you're gonna hear more about, and I hate to say this, man, about Ant Man, and I hope I'm wrong. In the future, you'll
Okay,
probably
what's
hear
up?
about him having baby mama problems. He's just too real. He too much.
Boo! I
Mhm.
hope
He
not, bro.
look. He too much of a real.
Don't even put that out there in the air.
No,
Look,
no.
Take that
I'm not
back.
being real, bro.
Boo!
He's too much of a real
Tomato,
ninja, man.
tomato. No.
You know, he's out there. He probably he the type man to be out there after a game, and they'll talk about, hey man, what you doing? You need to be doing this. He'll eat some fried chicken on TV. You know, he's too real, man. They can't make him the face of the NBA because
Nah,
he
yeah,
can't
nah, I
control.
don't think so. I don't
He
think
can't.
he'll be the face of the league just because he does speak his mind a lot, and
Right.
in the league, it's not as strict as it was with David Stern, but it's still like, bro, it's still a business.
No
He can't
Yeah,
facts.
just say just anything.
and I
Yeah.
like it.
Like,
He got all the
oh, for
pizzazz.
sure.
He got all the pizzazz. He got everything. He got the athleticism. He got the jump shot. He got the appeal. He got everything.
Right.
But you cannot control him.
Shoot.
So
Bro. Okay. I mean, I hear
I'm
y'all,
mad at that. I'm
but
mad at
but
that.
just real quick, I wanted to bring this back real quick to the Gill on Bron. I feel like just from what just how I feel
mm,
like Brown is super appreciated. I feel like from fans, from even to the media to an extent. I Me personally, I got Jordan number one. You already know Jordan is still
Yeah.
my GOAT. Like,
right.
he has the scoring titles, he has the MVPs, the championships, the finals MVPs, all that stuff. I feel like right after Jordan, it's Bron. After Bron, Kobe or Kareem, one of those two. That's just how I view it. Because I remember Brown was struggling with the same teams that Kobe was beating in the finals.
Yeah.
So that's why I have Brown and Kobe like right there together.
I got it as a draw.
You got it as a draw?
Yeah, because I can't get over the fact that Jordan never won a playoff series without um Pippen.
Without Scotty?
I count that against him.
But also Brown lost with every Scottie Pippen he had.
He
He
also
lost with
won with every.
Kyrie. He
He
lost
also
with D
won with
Wade.
every Scottie
Fuck.
Pippen.
This
He
Scottie
lost with
Pippen he had too.
AD. Every Scottie Pippen he had, he lost with.
Bro, all I'm saying, all
Look,
I'm saying,
wait. Jordan was getting beat by OGs. Brown was out here getting beat by young kids.
look, look, JB, all I'm
Yeah.
saying is that Jordan is the greatest system player of all time. Because
Mm.
I ain't never seen him win nothing without the triangle. LeBron was the system. Look at all the teams after he left.
Mm. Well,
Minus Miami. Minus Miami.
Uh-huh.
the team. Here's the thing, though. Bron turns into the GM wherever he goes. So if you have a player like immediately when Bron comes in, you're like, give him shooters. Like that's the game plan. You're not trying to draft anything else. You don't want to draft guys who are 3-and-D, or maybe like one guy who could get blocks and rebounds like Tristan Thompson. Outside of that, you're looking for 3-and-D. So when he leaves, you have a team that was built for him. So
Yeah.
that's why it's like, okay, let's rebuild. And then also every team he leaves, when he leaves the team, that team has to start over. When he left Cleveland both times, like most of the players, if you look at the roster from that year and the year before, it's a completely different team. It's like like 3 or 4 guys who are still there.
No
I'm
Everybody
gonna
facts.
just,
else is gone.
I'm gonna just say this. I seen LeBron take a Cleveland Cavaliers team with the second best player, Sarunas Algaskin, past his prime to the
Vic Zika
championship.
hoop, chill out.
We're past the
No, he
prime
didn't.
though.
Hey, wait a minute. All right.
Sarunas
Vic
Algaskin
Zika hoop.
Sarunas Algaskin was his second best player, or maybe Drew
First
Gooden.
of all, Mo Williams was
I
the
seen
second best
him
player.
with
Dang, Drew
Eric Snow.
Goods.
Look, with Eric Snow as his point guard. I seen him take that team to the NBA final, even though they got a gentleman sweep.
Yeah.
I see LeBron take that team to the
No,
to
they got swept. It wasn't. We got swept. It wasn't a gentleman's sweep.
Oh,
It was
full
y'all
four
sweep,
didn
up,
full
four
sweep.
down.
Oh,
It's the
but
No,
anyway,
Spurs.
no, bro, I was there. It was
okay,
4 up, 4 down.
okay, so he still took them there. That's the equivalent.
Hey,
Like
but
Jordan
bro,
never,
we don't call
Jordan never
AI the
took a
great.
team.
We don't call AI the greatest. And he took Eric Snow, Aaron McKee,
Aaron McKee,
like
hilarious.
Tyron Hill. He took that squad, bro.
And look,
Jordan Lynch and
and look,
them.
That's
and look,
basically
this
like, hey, we picking people up on the way to the court.
and
You trying
JB,
to hoop?
and JB. This is another thing people don't. This is another thing people don't penalize Jordan for too. And I like Jordan. He's my guy. He's still
Mm-hmm.
up there to
Yeah,
me. But people don't never say this. When Jordan went on his little hiatus and went to play baseball, that team was still like a shot away from getting back to the Eastern Conference Championship.
Oh, facts. Big
That
facts.
team did not drop as great as Jordan was. That team was one shot
yeah,
away from getting
Mm-hmm.
back to the Eastern Conference Championship.
That's
That's
facts.
why
yeah.
Jordan ran it. That's why Jordan really came back super early. He wasn't through playing baseball. He was like, oh, these jokers about to do it without me. So
Boo, Cap.
No,
They
he
were one shot
did.
away
But
from
he did
getting
jump
back
back
to the
in. He
Eastern
jumped back in the
Conference
middle of the
Finals.
season.
True. However, we saw that,
I
okay,
know
like they
LeBron
did
would
it.
have left a team.
all,
I'm
all,
just
all you're
saying
telling me is that they didn't get back to the Eastern Conference Finals. They got to
what
the
I'm
second round and lost. And Scotty
what
can
I'm
hoop.
saying.
I'm not taking that
eh,
away.
Okay, so what did Jordan ever do without Pittman? But we seen what Pittman did without Jordan.
No. So Pippen was in the perfect. So the only player who wasn't on that squad, you add Tony Kukoc, you take off Michael Jordan. But the coach is still there. All the other players are still there. The shooters that you need is still there. The system is still there. All you're doing is stepping up because you finally got to mature. That's like when Shaq left. Kobe got to step up in that position to hoop. But and the difference is you still had Phil. You had all these players that are around, so it's easy. Like before, because when Pippen first came in the league, he was only given like 9 points a game. So let's not like he came in and they were like, "Man, we've been waiting for your 9 points." Like, like chill out.
I'm dead.
We're doing quite a
Hey,
bit. Like he can
hey,
play
Sir Patrick.
defense, but
Hey,
Pippen
Sir
had to
Patrick.
come into his own.
Holler at me.
Hey, hey, Sir Patrick. Didn't Miami still have? Didn't Miami still have Mario Chalmers? Didn't they still have Chris Bosh? Didn't they still
Yup.
have Dwayne Wade
Chris
when
Bosh
Yup.
was
LeBron
hurt.
left?
D Wade
Hold
was
on.
hurt.
Didn't they still have all them players?
They still
Didn't they
They
had
still
were
him.
have
hurt.
Alexander Walker?
They were hurt.
They
What
still
When they
happened
were
had
when he
him.
healthy,
left?
they went to the playoffs.
No. What happened?
Spo was still over there.
No.
What
But when they, hey,
happened though?
who's a better coach, Phil Jackson or Spoelstra?
I know Phil Jackson
I
off the
said they.
rip. We know that.
No,
Okay,
I'm
We know
cool,
asking
that.
cool,
you.
cool.
But we ain't worried
And
about the
then,
coaching. We ain't worried about the coaching now.
and then, hey, was D Wade in his prime when? Because people was entering his prime. Was D Wade in his prime when Brown left?
I give him
Man,
back in. He
they
on the back end. I give him back
Chris
in.
Bosh was injured, bro. What do you want? Like, what are we doing?
I'm
But I
just
mean, I'm,
saying,
I'm
bro.
with I'm with Mook though. When Braun leaves, the team dynamics change. The teams don't really sustain that quality of a team no more. At least with Jordan, like you said, in the '90s when Jordan left for that 2-year hiatus, that team was still on the verge to still make it to the finals.
Yeah,
They still had a fighting chance. You know what I'm saying? I know what Magic and Knicks got in there, and I mean,
Right.
correct.
I still hold it to the truth. If Jordan was to play the Rockets for real, Rockets probably would have still got them 2 wins. I'm just saying. But
No, sir.
although we never know what happened, we never know.
We'll never know.
We
We'll
don't
never
know.
know.
We
We
never
never
know.
know.
All I know is the Rockets never went back. But go ahead.
But we never know. But I will still I agree with Mook. It's just like Jordan's presence, even when he left with that team was still pretty good. You know what I'm saying? Not knocking
Yeah.
Jordan, not knocking Pippen, not knocking anybody. Just
I mean,
that team was still good, and the system
just
needed. Yeah, the system. Jordan thrived off the system correctly. Kobe thrived off the system correctly as well. That's why Kobe got
I
his
mean,
rings
yeah. I mean,
he
let's
without
not act
Shaq.
like
also
Jordan
seen
wasn't still
Kobe.
going to the
He
playoffs when it
also
was him
seen
and the guys
Kobe.
doing Kokiana.
You on to something,
Mm-hmm.
St. Patrick, because you know, all love to Kobe. When Phil Jackson left in that triangle left, Kobe was not successful. They kept getting
Same.
put out. They kept getting put out year after year to the Phoenix Suns that didn't play no defense on nobody.
Mm-hmm.
They couldn't beat that
That's
team.
true.
but we also have to look at who's on the team and where they are in their careers. That has to matter too, bro.
I mean,
Like
it does, but JB, check it out. Like when Phil left, I think Phil went to New York to be like what the GM or something like that. It was
right.
Dwight Howard. Dwight Howard was still a prime. Nash was the only reason why I'm like, that was a little weird. And Kobe, and that team barely made it to the first round. Barely.
Nash had a bad back.
You know what I'm saying? And I get it, but
Yeah.
still, that was still a
And
good
also
team.
Dwight started picking up injuries too after he left Orlando. Remember?
But he
started
came
getting
to
like back
Houston and
spasms.
balled. That
He started
season
getting
he came
like
to
back
Houston
spasms.
and balled.
LeBron
I mean,
had
he did.
Matthew
But
Dellavedova.
remember, Kobe was calling
Dellavedova,
Dwight
JB.
soft too, though.
Matthew
Kobe was calling
Dellavedova.
Dwight soft too. Remember, Kobe pulled Shaq out of the stands during a game to have him come into the locker room and talk to Dwight about the way Dwight was pouting and not hooping. Kobe pulled Shaq out of the stands to go talk
JB.
to this man.
JB.
Like,
JB. LeBron took Matthew Dellavedova.
they were already in. Kyrie was already in there. Like, he got hurt. He got 2 wins with Matthew Dellavedova. He got those 2 wins with him. However, he didn't start the playoffs and end the playoffs with him. Kyrie was for sure there.
Nah, Kyrie got hurt on
Giving
some BS
buckets.
for sure. He got hurt on some BS.
So what
It
we
would have
got
had that
to.
ring.
Oh, no. But I'm just saying, the more
Okay,
and
so
the
I
more
agree.
LeBron play, you're going to have to nitpick if they're going to keep doing this comparison. I think both of them can be great because
Yeah, for
I
sure.
agree.
you still
Second
gonna have those
greatest ever.
diehard Jordan fans, and then you got the players that never seen Jordan gonna be like, man, LeBron for 20 years. I've heard some people even say Paul George as they go. So, I've heard crazier
They're just
things.
talking. You can't
So
even make an argument for Paul George.
I didn't say it.
Like, just keep it a buck.
No.
You can't even make an argument for
That's the
Paul
YNs,
George being the
man.
great.
Look, I didn't say I would.
You just gotta be like, I love the way he plays. But like Russ, like I said, Russ is my favorite player. I love the way that Russ used to play, the way D Rose used to play. But like, come on, bro, we're not going to do this. Like, loving the way you play and putting you as the GOAT, those are 2 different things.
Two different things.
Yeah, it's just different.
Two different
It's just different eras, man. It's just different eras.
Yeah.
Okay, so real quick, speaking of the GOAT, Shaq wants Steph in the GOAT conversation. SirPat, what you thinking, bro?
Hell yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
Steph deserves it, man. Because I mean, he landscape of the game that you're watching now. What do you see everybody do? Everybody shoots a 3, and I'm not talking about like guards. I'm talking about the big man, the 4, the 3, the 2, the 1. You know what I'm saying? Even the damn coach. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's shooting a 3. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I think he not revolutionized because the 3-pointer always been there, but he enhanced it. And then also with him enhancing it, he's taking the Warriors' first chip. He did it with the team without KD, did it with KD, did it without KD. I think you got to give him credit now. I mean, I know he didn't get the Finals MVP until that last 2 years ago. He should have, but I still think that he has a fighting argument to be top 10, top 15. I know he's there. I mean, shoot, he's right there, man. I ain't gonna lie, but he deserves it, bro. He really played.
Played
great.
So yeah, I got him in my top 10. But are you putting somebody who's it? Would you put him 1 through 5?
See, and I hear this Isaiah, the Isaiah talk sometimes. Like Isaiah just pissing bad boys Isaiah. I'm not trying to be disrespectful, little OGs, but I think he's better than him. I think he has a fighting chance to be better than him in that slot for what he did accolade wise. But I get what Isaiah's defense and offense and the way he played the game and passing. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna never knock that. But I just think, Zeke was that man, but Curry really revolutionized the game of basketball that we see today.
But my thing is like, top 5 players all time, not position, just top 5 players. Are you putting him in your top 5?
As of now, yes, I am.
Yes. Okay. If he's in your top 5, he could be in the GOAT convo. Mook, what you think, bro?
Nah, I can't put him in the GOAT. Can't do it.
Why not?
You taking him on Magic?
I don't know. That's tough. I'll probably say it's tough. I'm not gonna lie.
It's only room for
tough.
It's only room for 1 point guard.
I'll
Ooh.
probably go with Steph. I'm not gonna honestly. I think I'll go Steph. I know it's hard, and that's might be wild and outlandish or something, but
I mean,
I think I'll
I
go
mean,
Steph.
that's the question you got to ask yourself. You ain't taking them over
Yeah.
LeBron. You ain't taking them over Jordan. You ain't
Mm.
taking them
Over Kobe.
over. But I don't even got Kobe
Shaq.
it because the shooting guard position. I mean,
True.
that's Jordan.
That's true.
Small forward, you probably gonna have LeBron.
You
Mm-hmm.
right?
Center,
Shaq is a 5 and Tim Duncan's a 4.
yeah. I mean, even I don't even got Shaq. You got Keem Olajuwon. You got Wilt Chamberlain. You
Kareem.
got Kareem. Like, I can't put none of them over Kareem.
Facts. Respect. That's respect for sure.
So so
Ooh.
where he gonna fit in at? I mean, at his position, the only way he can get in if you'll pick him over Magic.
Mm.
Are you willing to do
That's
that?
I am. I'm wanting to do it. I'm
Well,
wanting
I
to
he in
do it.
your
I
top
think
five
now.
then. Well, he in your top
Now,
Yeah.
five.
now, okay. If we go by position, then yeah, I'll put him in the go.
But you
Like
gotta
if we
go by
just get
position.
top 10
You
players,
gotta go by
period, he's not in my top 5. He would be
you.
like right. He'll be somewhere 6 through 10. But if we're going by position, though,
Okay, I see
I'll
that.
be like, okay, yeah,
I
he's
see
a
what you're
go
saying.
point guard
When you say
because he's
top
number
five
one
all
on my Mount Rushmore for point
when
guards.
you say
It
top
goes
five all
him.
time, when you say
Yeah,
top five
for
all
me,
time,
Mount
you
Rushmore
automatically
point guards
say
him, Steph,
Die line.
because I
Top
spit
five.
hot player.
look, look, Thailand, and then you say Jordan. You gonna say when you say top five all time, you gonna say Jordan. Then you gonna say LeBron. Then you gonna
Mm-hmm.
pick a center, whichever your choice is, whether
Facts.
Bill Russell, Elijah One, or Kareem. And
True.
that's the top three. Then you're gonna pick a power forward. You probably gonna say either Tim Duncan or Karl Malone.
Tim Duck is the only answer.
Yeah.
Some would say Karl Malone out of the championship. I'm just saying.
Whoever they
Oh
But
are,
yeah.
they're
Yeah.
wrong.
That's. Yeah.
but you're gonna say Tim Duncan, and then you're gonna have one more.
Bruh.
I just
Yeah.
don't.
The bar play gets tough.
I just can't put
It
them in
gets.
there, man.
Ooh,
Like, what are you gonna fit?
I don't know. Hey, y'all, listen, y'all let us know in the comments.
Yeah.
Let us know if we tripping, but y'all let us know in the comments. Is Steph in the GOAT convo or is he not?
Man, Chris Paul
Let us
got a
know your
ring.
top
It
10.
wouldn't be a convo at this point, bro. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. If Chris Paul got a
Bro,
ring,
just
dog, it wouldn't
let
even
us
be a
know in the
convo.
comments. Maybe we tripping. I don't know. The man's hooping right now since Jimmy Butler got there. He's up.
Yeah.
Yo, SirPat, tell us where we can find you, bro.
Oh man, hit me on IG at underscore Sir Patrick underscore or on TikTok at Shot by Sir Pat. Man, this has been fun, man. This is fun. We gotta run this back again, man.
For
Yes,
sure, we
sir.
gotta run this back. Always appreciate you pulling up, bro. Yo, this is Nothing Nice with JB and Mook. You can find us here, or you can hit us up on YouTube, IG, TikTok, all that. 365 Nothing Nice. Yo, it's love. We out.
Hey.